Okay. So very good morning to all of you. I am Pooja Purohit, an IDP certified tutor here at IELTS Tutorials. And I'll be taking a session today. I'll be discussing with you all the tips to score 8 bands for your IELTS speaking test. And I would request everyone to stay glued to their seats today because we have giveaways today. We have our immigration expert, Miss Shraddha Shah, जो आपको counseling और के लिए help करेंगी. And we also have our online coaching consultant with us, Mr. Aditya Patel, who will help you and assist you if you wish to enroll for our coaching. Okay, people, and of course, amazing giveaway with the session. So जुड़े रहिए. जैसे नहीं हम लोग का कोई क्रिकेट मैच होता है, so we keep on waiting कि अभी धोनी आएगा, अभी विराट आएगा, so we wait for that. So wait for those instances. Apart from जो आज मैं session लेने वाली हूँ, the tips, we will also be having giveaways and sessions with our immigration expert and of course our online coaching consultant. So let's get started, people. Right, I'll be sharing my screen. Give me a moment there. Right. So I hope all of you can see my screen. Before I get started, people, just an understanding of our journey so far. So हमारी success stories यहाँ पर हैं आपके screen पर, where you can see that we have more than 130K students जिन्होंने IELTS के लिए register किया है, 1.5K students जिन्होंने online coaching हमारी join की है, and just look at our track record where 70% students ने 7+ score किया in IELTS bands. Numerous people जिन्होंने हमारे Android और iOS app download किया है हमारा app उनके mobiles पे, and if you can see the rating, it's 4.7, an astounding rating there itself. And look at the numbers of our Telegram community. आप देख सकते हैं more than 10,000 students हमसे जुड़े हुए हैं, and I'm sure हमारी success stories का आप भी हिस्सा बनना चाहेंगे. So please join IELTS Tutorials and be a part of not just ours but your success story as well. So before I proceed, people, I want you all to just take a small poll with me, and then I'll start with my session. So I hope all of you can see the question there on the screen. Please answer that question. Screen पे एक question है. I want everyone to just quickly answer. Okay, मुझे quickly numbers मिल रहे हैं. People are answering. Okay. Right. So 70%. Let me just. Okay. Still the answers are going up. Yeah. So as you all can see, 74% students are planning to take their exam very next month. I hope people जिन्होंने 11% ये महीने ले रहे हैं this month and 74% the next month. So the people जिन्होंने इस month and next month के लिए plan किया है, I hope you have a plan in place, a practice plan, the right strategies. And if you've not yet designed anything, please connect with us and we'll help you in choking out a plan कि आप किस तरह से IELTS में score कर सकते हैं आपका desired score. Okay, moving further. Right. There's another question on your screen, people. Please rate it quickly and share the answers. So the question says, what do you think is the level of difficulty of the IELTS test? Okay, so I can see few people saying, so 1 means it's an okay test and 5 means it's absolutely difficult, somewhere in between like 3 and 4. Right. So of course, most of the people are somewhere between 3 and 4, difficult or very difficult. The numbers are rising there. So it's only 3% students जिनको लगता है कि it's easy. Please, people, IELTS exam, I it might not be a cakewalk, but if you practice using the right tips and strategies जो हम यहाँ आपको दे रहे हैं, और आप हमारे हमारी tips और strategies लेके practice, effort आपके end से भी होना चाहिए. If it's there, I'm sure you will easily rate the exam at a lower level, जहाँ आपको लगे नहीं कि ये बहुत difficult है, right? So the maximum. Let me just end the poll and share the results with you people. So you can see that most of the people find it very difficult, like 44% and 41% students saying that it's a difficult exam, right? But we can help you out in just making this exam very easy, right? Now, moving to the next question, people. Here I want to understand which section of IELTS do most of you find difficult, whether it's listening, speaking, reading, or writing. Which one do you find the most difficult? Okay, I can see the poll changing. So if you say a very small number of people believe it's listening, 17% say speaking, or reading 33, writing 31. Okay, fair numbers are either. Waiting for everyone to just share their answers. Right. So, listening, I believe, sabhi ko easy lagta hai. Still the numbers, people are still answering the question. I hope you all can see the results. So I'm sure writing and speaking काफी जनों को difficult लग रहा है. So people, our expert team of tutors, we handhold our students and we explain them how to practice speaking. हम उन्हें सही feedbacks देते हैं, क्या उनकी strengths हैं, क्या उनकी weaknesses हैं, and especially writing में, it's not just कि हम format discuss करते हैं, we also discuss the complete detail of how you should write your answer, and we ask you to do submissions जहाँ हम आपको appropriate feedback evaluate करके देंगे that how you should answer and score well, get your desired band. Just have a look at the results. And a final question now related to the speaking test. People, I would just want you all to tell me which section of speaking do you feel is the most difficult? That's the last question of the poll. Okay, moving ahead, moving. The poll is, so section 1, most of the people find easy. The what is between section 2 and 3. Right. 40% section 2, section 3, 52%. Right. Let me share the results with you all. People are still answering. Right. So let me just end the poll, share the results. So most of the students find section 2 and 3 difficult. 45% feel section 2 difficult है और 48% को section 3 challenging लगता है. ठीक है, हमारे सर्वे के हिसाब से भी section 2 जो है वो काफी सारे students को practice करना होता है और वो थोड़ा सा difficult section है. But let's get started, people. I'll be ending the poll here and I will be discussing the tips for all the 3 sections today. Right, so let's get started. Right. So I hope all of you know कि हमारे speaking का format जो है उसमें 3 different sections है. First section is introduction section, जहाँ पर you have around 11 to 12 questions asked from 3 different topics and you're given 4 to 5 minutes to speak here. ठीक है, topics कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. It could be about your work, your family, your studies, your lifestyle, your hobbies, your interest. So basically everything about you, आपसे related questions. And rapport building section है, ice breaking section है, जहाँ examiner क्या ensure करता है कि आप उससे थोड़ा comfortable हो जाए बात करने के लिए, right? Section 2 जो है वो एक cue card section है, जहाँ आपको एक topic दिया जाता है बोलने के लिए, and 3 से 4 मिनट, क्योंकि 1 मिनट preparation time होता है, and 2 minutes you are expected to speak on that topic, right? Trick here is ये monologue section है, right? Section 1 और 3 जो है dialogue है. Dialogue क्या होता है कि examiner कोई question पूछ रहा है, आप उसका जवाब दे रहे हैं. तो इजी हो जाता है ना, कि क्या पूछ रहे हैं, क्या जवाब देना है। सेक्शन 2 में क्या होता है, इट्स अ मोनोलॉग। यहाँ पर आपको टॉपिक दे दिया और कंटिन्यूअसली 2 मिनट बात करनी है। नाउ दिस इज वेयर स्टूडेंट्स फंबल। व्हाई डू दे फंबल? ट्राई कीजिएगा। आई वुड, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि जस्ट राइट अ बिट अबाउट योरसेल्फ, लिखिए क्यों चैट बॉक्स में, ट्राई कीजिए सब जने लिखने का चैट बॉक्स में, राइट अ बिट अबाउट योरसेल्फ। I would request everyone to write a bit about yourself. The topic is describe yourself. Right. So, most of the students, you would fumble if you are expected to write a lot about yourself. Hardly कुछ seconds आप अपने बारे में explain कर पाएंगे, and then you start fumbling. That what should I write? How should I write? Okay. I don't see anyone writing, but okay. So Saravjeet has written, I am from Kashipur, Uttarakhand. I'm a working man. I'm a computer engineer. ठीक है. Saravjeet, thank you for writing there in the chat box. So देखिए, यदि हमें अपने बारे में बोलने के लिए कहा जाए, we would have some information. After some time, then we would start thinking कि क्या बोले, right? In a similar manner, cue card जब आपको दिया जाता है, simple topics, explain which is your favorite color, और आपका favorite holiday destination, या आपका personality whom you are influenced by. So क्या होता है कि क्योंकि हम regularly बात नहीं करते इस language में, we are not very used to the language, we start running out of thoughts just in few seconds, and that is where practice of cue card is required, and that is the reason कि most of the students feel कि this is a tough section, because you need to prepare yourself and you should be able to speak at a stretch, right? Now, coming to section 3, इसमें direct questions होते हैं related to your cue card, where you can be asked to explain abstract issues, or maybe you can be asked to speculate a certain idea. This is also a discussion section जहां आपको 5 से 6 क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं, and you're asked given about 4 to 5 minutes to explain your answers. Right, people? Now, ये तो 3 section हो गए. Is anyone aware about section 0? What is section 0? Anyone who knows? You can write in the chat box, people. What is section 0? हम उसे section 0 बोलते हैं, but क्या exactly होता है, किसी को पता है? Anyone, people, you can write your answers in the chat box there, please. Okay. So Zeal has mentioned till the examiner asks for the identification. Okay. 2023 new launch section 0 null. Okay. Examiner Sarabjeet has mentioned examiner giver detail himself. Okay, he gives his detail. Okay, very close there. Yes, people, section 0, जैसे कि Zeal ने बोला, once you enter in the examination room, you settle down, you greet the examiner, and you give your ID, your passport to be evaluated. That is section 0. अब मुझसे ना different questions पूछे जाते हैं, students पूछते हैं, मैम what should we wear for the examination? किसी को कुछ idea है क्या पहनना चाहिए? Very weird questions although, but sometimes the students are so nervous that they want even the minutest of detail. Okay, so Sarabjeet ने लिखा है formal dress. Anyone else जिनको पता है क्या क्या पहनना है? Okay, Zeal, anything we are comfortable with? Anyone else? Right. So exactly, people, formal, semi-formal, informals, anything that you are comfortable in. Thanks, Zeal there. Formal and comfortable. Lovely has mentioned. Okay. So yes, comfortable. People, anything that you're comfortable in, as long as you're looking presentable, that is acceptable. There is no such clause or no such dress code there. but you should look presentable when you go for your IELTS exam, right? Understand, although it's an informal conversation, but setup तो पूरा formal है. So formal कपड़े ना पहने, wear any casual clothes, wear anything, formal, informal, casual. It should be comfortable and you should look presentable. Next thing, very important point, after COVID, it's essential कि आप सभी mask पहन के जाएं, right? So buy those medical grade वाले जो mask होते हैं ना, they are breathable and comfortable. Plus, since the mask is there, you should be clearly audible to the examiner as well. So ensure whatever mask, whichever mask you are buying, people, you should be able to breathe well and you should be able to comfortably speak कि आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो सुनाई दे एग्जामिनर को. ठीक है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप, बहुत ही छोटी सी चीज है, बट ये मेन एग्जाम में इट कॉज अ हिंड्रेंस टू द स्टूडेंट्स. लास्ट चीज, हमें कुछ साथ में ले जाना चाहिए. शुड वी कैरी एनीथिंग अलोंग विद अस फॉर द एग्जाम? पीपल, यू कैन राइट इन द चैट बॉक्स. शुड वी टेक एनीथिंग? Your passport, your identity. Yes, lovely. No, you've mentioned no. Yes, of course. Other things, nothing else apart from your passport. Only that is required. Pen, paper. Yes, Sagar. So the ID proof, the passport is required. Pen, paper, nothing else is required. Don't carry anything, not even your water bottle. That's also provided there. And again, a last very beautiful question that people come and ask me is, should we maintain eye contact with the examiner? क्या हमें एग्जामिनर के साथ आई कांटेक्ट रखना चाहिए? What do you think? So I can see so many people answering today. Sagar, Lovely, Zeel, Saravjeet. Thank you, people. Agnal, thank you for answering and interacting and engaging. Okay, Zeel, yes, from time to time. Okay. So Agnal, आपने पूछा है पेंसिल नहीं, वहां पर सब प्रोवाइड होता है. Yes. So regarding eye contact, people, I would just tell one thing. It's absolutely fine. आप eye contact करें या थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर देखकर बात करें. But as अभी जैसे एक स्टूडेंट जील ने भी लिखा है, it reflects confidence. Trust me, people, यदि मैं आपसे बात कर रही हूँ और मैं इधर उधर देख के बात कर रही हूँ, तो आप मुझसे कनेक्ट कैसे करेंगे या आपको पता कैसे चलेगा कि क्या आप कन्वे करना चाह रहे हैं, राइट? तो आई कांटेक्ट करना जरूरी है, बट एट द सेम टाइम ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि उसके कोई मतलब नंबर मिल रहे हैं या you're being marked for your eye contact. But it's the best way that you should have an appropriate eye contact. इससे सिर्फ अच्छा कनेक्ट बनता है एग्जामिनर के साथ में, राइट? और एक और चीज, आई कांटेक्ट मीन्स उनसे फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड्स के लिए उनकी तरफ देखा, फिर आपने इधर देखा, फिर बात की, फिर देखा, राइट? इट शुड नॉट बी स्टेयरिंग. देयर इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्टेयरिंग एंड eye contact. फिर वहां जाके नहीं बोलना कि Pooja said that you can have an eye contact. So staring, don't stare. Staring is continuously looking, and eye contact is थोड़े fraction of seconds के लिए देखना और फिर वापस आ जाना, फिर देखना, and then in between you can switch. So that is about it. And eye contact just reflects confidence that you are a confident speaker, right? So maintain eye contact, I would suggest, because it helps you in connecting well with the examiner. Now, coming to the section 1, the tips here are very simple. Firstly, you do not have to go with very elaborate answers, not too long, not too short. एकदम छोटे, हाँ ना में भी जवाब नहीं देना. Yes, I like this. No, I don't. Yes, I work. No, I don't. These are very short answers. Of course, उसको एग्जामिनर को टाइम ही नहीं मिलेगा आपसे कुछ मतलब आपको इवेलुएट करने का, बिकॉज आपने कुछ बोला ही नहीं. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज, अपने आंसर्स को मेमोराइज ना कर, रटे नहीं. It's very essential, people, that you speak, especially section 1 जो है, it's a very comfortable section, यहाँ पर आपको कुछ रटने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. It's moreover about you, so you should be able to answer all the questions that are put to you. And अगर आपको examiner बीच में रोके, so you need not worry, it's absolutely fine. He might be asking, as I said, there are questions in this section that he needs to ask from 3 different topics. तो बहुत elaborate नहीं करेंगे हम रटे रटाए आंसर्स नहीं देंगे. और यदि even if you feel that you have to prepare yourself, now there is difference between preparing means, hi, I am Pooja Purohit, I am IDP certified tutor here with IELTS tutorials. So this is preparing. अब यही मैं बोलूं, hi, I am Pooja Purohit, I am IDP certified tutor, so examiner को पता चल जाता है ना कि आपने रटा रटाया चीज बोल रहे हैं, आपके बारे में है. Try to be natural. Practice करो how to be a natural speaker, and for that you need to use the language on a regular basis, right? It's okay to give negative answers. इसका क्या मतलब? You can say yes अगर आपको कोई चीज अच्छी लगती है. You can say no, नहीं मुझे ये चीज नहीं पसंद है, और no, I do not like indulging in this activity. Absolutely fine. Examiner will not be judging you for holding a certain liking or a perception. ठीक है? Examiner क्या evaluate कर रहा है? Only your language skills, only precisely that is being tested, nothing else. So your opinions are precisely your own. आपका कुछ ओपिनियन हो सकता है किसी बात को लेकर, मेरा कुछ हो सकता है. इसीलिए स्पीकिंग सेक्शन में देयर इज नथिंग राइट एंड नथिंग रॉन्ग. इट इज ओनली पीपल्स परसेप्शन, their ideas, their thoughts, and that's why this section is very simple. Imagine आपको जाना है, स्ट्रेंजर से बात करनी है, वो कुछ सवाल पूछेगा, उनके जवाब देने हैं, and you're good to go and you're getting marks. So दिमाग में when you're going, don't keep this pressure or stress that मुझे नंबर मिलने वाले हैं इसके. The more pressure you take of the marks associated, the more you fumble there, the more confused you get, right? So do not get into any of those modes of stressing yourself. Now, a quick question. When I said your answer should not be long or short, I'll be sharing a quick strategy, people. The question is, do you play any sport? Please write the answer in the chat box, and I will be sharing the quick tips of how to answer. And I'll be answering all your questions, people. I'll be having a Q&A session with you. If you have any doubts, stay back. I'll be answering everything, okay? Right. So the question is, do you play any sport? You can write your answers in the chat box, and then I'll be discussing the strategies to answer for your speaking section 1. Okay, I can see the answer from Mehakpreet. Yes, I love playing badminton as it is a fun outdoor activity to stay fit. Very good there. Mehakpreet, Saravjeet, I like to play many games, but mostly I play cricket. Okay. Sadia, yes, I used to play volleyball when I was in the school. Yes, I love to play sport. I'm state volleyball player. Very good there, Sneha. Nazneen, yes, I play basketball. It's the game that I'm most passionate about. I play this sport from my school days and I have fun and participated. Again, Nazneen, I've participated and won many tournaments. Okay, that's a wrong statement there. Zeel has mentioned, currently I do not play any sports, but while growing up, I used to play kabaddi, badminton. Wow, there. Very impressed with your answers, people there. Yes, I play cricket. It's a sport that I've developed interest from my childhood. Zamal, well, yes, I play football once a week. Very nice there. Once a week. Now that Zamal, it's a very short answer. I will tell you how to just elaborate. Vijay, I like swimming and I see that I go for swimming 2 to 3 days in a week. I used to play volleyball a lot. Lovely has said, but now I play cricket in these days. Nowadays, okay. Okay, thank you there for your answers, everyone. Quickly, 3 strategies for you all. Remember, people, what did I say? That your answers do not have to be too long here. So stick to at least 2 to 3 sentences. Okay? If you say bahut chota answer that I play badminton or I play football, very short answer. How will the examiner evaluate your skills? So what do you say? 3 strategies. First one, you use reasoning. You use because. Okay, say for instance, you can answer, definitely I love playing both indoor and outdoor games, with badminton and chess being my favorite as they keep me physically fit and mentally agile. So आपने क्या आंसर दिया? रीजन किया. Why or why not? रीजन दिया. ठीक है. सेकेंड वे जिस तरह से आप आपका आंसर दे सकते हैं is to draw past comparisons. जैसे कई सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने चैट बॉक्स में दिया, where you could say that well, I used to play football a lot, but nowadays I love playing cricket because my boys are fond of playing that game a lot, right? So second way is past comparisons, and third way is using frequency words like sometimes, often, rarely. So you can answer The same question, see, I'm people, the same question is, do you play any sport? I'm giving you 3 different ways of answering it. Third could be where you use frequency words. You can say, of course I play football a lot, but sometimes I also visit the club to play cricket with my friends. Okay, simple there. So aapne 3 alag ways hai, but yes, what have you given the examiner? That you have a command, you have an understanding of the language. आप reason कर सकते हैं, आप comparisons draw कर सकते हैं, you have an understanding of the frequency words. This is how you have to explain your answers, right people? So section 1, very clear tips, 2 to 3 sentences, use any of the strategy, do not memorize your answer, answer all the questions. अगर कोई question समझ ना आए, very politely ask, can you please repeat the question? Or I'm sorry, I didn't get you. So very politely you can ask the examiner. आपके नंबर नहीं कटेंगे उसके लिए, don't worry, कोई नंबर नहीं कटने वाले हैं यदि आपको कुछ समझ नहीं आया है. It's better कि आप गलत जवाब दें, उससे आप क्वेश्चन वापस पूछ लें. But remember, don't use this as a strategy कि आप बार बार टाइम सोचने के लिए, अगर टाइम चाहिए तो मैं वापस उसको बोल देता हूँ रिपीट करो. Don't do that, okay? Examiner को, if this happens twice, thrice, he will understand कि आप क्वेश्चन को रिलेट नहीं कर पा रहे, आपको लैंग्वेज की अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है, इसलिए आप रिपीट करवा रहे हैं बार बार, राइट? एंड लास्टली एग्जामिनर अगर स्टॉप करे, इट्स ओके. नेगेटिव आंसर्स आप कह सकते हो, आई लाइक द स्पोर्ट, और यू कैन एब्सोल्युटली से, नो आई एम नॉट वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ कुकिंग, और नो आई डू नॉट have any inclination of playing any sports, rather my hobbies include reading and traveling, exploring new cities. ठीक है, तो एग्जामिनर जज नहीं करेगा, अच्छा ये स्पोर्ट्स नहीं खेलता है, so वो क्या जज कर रहा है? only precisely your language skills, people. Moving to the next slide, right? So section 2 now, जहां अभी हमने पोल में देखा, most of the students have mentioned they find it difficult. बहुत जरूरी to utilize this 1 minute preparation time. अब ये जो 1 minute मिलता है, इसमें कई सारे students क्या करते हैं, नोट्स लेने लगते हैं या लंबे लंबे sentences लिखने लगते हैं. That's not the right way. Make a mind map. I'll tell you how to make a mind map. Mind map में you just have to answer all the WH questions and write keywords. ये 1 minute जो है keywords लिखने में utilize करें, so that अगर आप कहीं बीच में अटकते हैं या आप you run out of ideas, you can refer that keyword. और practice, जब आप इस पे when you're practicing for section 2, ensure that you use the same strategy. So जो practice है वही imply होगा main test में भी. ऐसा नहीं है कि ठीक है मेन टेस्ट में मैं ऐसा कर लूंगी, अभी नोट्स लिख लेती हूँ. डोंट डू दैट. जस्ट रेप्लिकेट द सेम सीन, एंड दिस इज हाउ वी डू एट आवर आईएलटीएस ट्यूटोरियल्स एज वेल. दैट हम इसी तरह से स्टूडेंट्स को देते हैं, वी गिव देम दिस रियल टाइम अंडरस्टैंडिंग. 1 मिनट का प्रिपरेशन टाइम देती हूँ मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को. देन आई आस्क देम टू स्पीक फॉर 2 minutes, वेयर आई कीप अ बजर एंड आई टेल देम हाउ लॉन्ग दे वर एबल टू स्पीक. ओके, नेक्स्ट थिंग, आपका जो बोलने का रेट है, दैट हैज टू नाइदर बी टू फास्ट नॉट टू स्लो. ठीक है, कई बार नर्वसनेस के कारण लोग बहुत जल्दी जल्दी बोलने लगते हैं, तो कॉम्प्रिहेंड कैसे करेगा एग्जामिनर अगर इतना फास्ट बोल रहे हैं, तो क्या बोला आपने? और कभी कभी स्टूडेंट्स जस्ट टू फ्रेम देयर थॉट्स, जस्ट टू फ्रेम आइडियाज, बहुत धीमे बोलते हैं. सो आपका पेस जो है थ्रू आउट द टेस्ट इट हैज टू बी सेम, बट इंश्योर कि वो बहुत फास्ट ना हो और बहुत स्लो भी ना हो. नेक्स्ट थिंग टू रिमेंबर फॉर योर सेक्शन 2 इज वेरी एसेंशियल कि आपके आइडियाज जो हो वो स्ट्रक्चर्ड हो. मैं कुछ भी चीज के बारे में बता रही हूँ, चाहे मैं कहीं बाहर गई थी या आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अ पर्सन, सो व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल कीप अ सर्टेन स्ट्रक्चर. जो आइडिया दिमाग में आ गया उसके हिसाब से नहीं बोलेंगे, यू हैव टू हैव अ सर्टेन स्ट्रक्चर. इसी तरह से इसी सीक्वेंस में मैं बोलूंगा, एंड फॉर दैट माइंड मैपिंग आपको हेल्प करता है, सो दैट यू फॉलो द सेम सेट ऑफ कीवर्ड्स. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट टू नोट हियर इज लिंकिंग वर्ड्स या कनेक्टर्स यूज करें. कनेक्टर्स क्या होते हैं? लाइक इन माई ओपिनियन, according to me, in contrast, moreover, subsequently. ये क्या इंश्योर करते हैं कि आपकी जो कंप्लीट चेन ऑफ थॉट है that is linked together. वरना क्या होता है, it comes across as if आप सिंपल सेंटेंस बोल रहे हैं या आपके आंसर्स बुलेट पॉइंट में. So it's very essential that you use connectors. This reflects your overall understanding of the language and how well you're able to connect and present your ideas in the best possible way. Okay, use phrases and idioms, people. Again, yeah, so speaking test जो है एक informal conversation है. You are open to using idioms, unlike our writing exam. Writing test में हम मना करते हैं students को. Why? Because that's a formal writing. यहाँ आप freely लिखिए, idioms बोलिए, freely idioms बोलिए. And you can also use contractions, people. Very important here. Contractions. ये रिफ्लेक्ट करता है कि आपका कमांड है लैंग्वेज पे। अब एक नॉर्मल बंदा बोलेगा आई वुड लाइक टू टॉक अबाउट अ बुक दैट आई रेड, और जिसको जो काफी टाइम से बोल रहा है, या नेटिव लैंग्वेज स्पीकर्स जो है वो बोलेंगे I'd like to talk about an interesting book that I read recently. ठीक है, सो I would की जगह मैंने कॉन्ट्रैक्शन यूज कर लिया I'd. That reflects I'm very comfortable with the language. I'd like to talk about an interesting book. मैंने एक adjective भी ऐड किया यहाँ पे, that I read recently. ठीक है, and in a similar manner आप अलग अलग idioms यूज कर सकते हैं. So I went out with my family and the room that I booked was beach facing. This was like a cherry on the cake, right? So idioms use कीजिए. यहाँ सेक्शन 2 में बहुत जरूरी है कि आप अपने आंसर्स को एक्सटेंड करें. बहुत छोटे आंसर्स जो होंगे, इट्स अ मोनोलॉग, एग्जामिनर अब तो बीच में कहीं बोलने वाला नहीं है. सो घर पे प्रैक्टिस करें, या हम कोचेस के साथ में, जब हम ट्रेनर्स के साथ में आप प्रैक्टिस करें तो हम इंश्योर करते हैं कि हम आपका टाइमर लगा कर रखें, राइट? सो रिकॉर्ड योरसेल्फ, टाइमर लगा के बैठे एंड देखें कि आप पहले, यू नो, ट्रस्ट मी, मेरे इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जब उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट की थी तो पूरा 1 मिनट भी नहीं बोल पाते थे. विद फ्यू सेशंस जैसे उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट की, they could easily reach that 2 minute mark. एक्सटेंड कीजिए आपका आंसर, ठीक है? और किसी भी आंसर के लिए ना नहीं बोलेंगे हम. These are general experiences जो आपसे पूछे जाते हैं, और you should be able to answer them. Now, coming back to the mind mapping strategy, people, जो मैंने आपको बोला था कि मैं बताऊंगी, but before that, just a quick giveaway for all of you. Please note, people, we are giving a 20% discount to all the students who've registered here for this webinar today. आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाएं और आप ये डिस्काउंट, मेरा कोड यूज कर सकते हैं, POOJA20. Minded people, the code is valid only for today. You also have the contact number. I give you just 2 minutes. यदि आपको अभी करना है तो आप अभी भी कर सकते हैं. Otherwise, save this. सेशन के बाद में हमारे ऑनलाइन कोचिंग कंसल्टेंट मिस्टर आदित्य भी होंगे. यू कैन आस्क हिम, ही माइट हेल्प यू कि किस तरह से ये कोड अवेल करना है. अमेजिंग गिव अवे हमारे सारे प्रोडक्ट्स पे होगा आईएलटीएस के. यू कैन प्लीज टेक इट, अवेल इट. आई एम श्योर आप सब जब मेरे से ये टिप्स ले रहे हैं तो आप प्रैक्टिस भी करना चाहेंगे, फीडबैक भी लेना चाहेंगे. एंड आवर कंप्लीट टीम ऑफ ट्यूटर्स, वी हैव एक्सपर्ट ट्यूटर्स हियर जो आपको प्रैक्टिस कराएंगे एंड आपको feedback देंगे that how you should improve on not just your speaking skills but your writing skills as well. Also reading के लिए, listening के लिए we have the right tips. We also have our own website जहाँ पर इतना सारा sample material है for practice, so you don't have to keep on running back and forth कि कहाँ से मैं practice material लूँ, कहाँ coach ढूंढूँ, कहाँ practice करूँ. Everything available at just one platform here, IELTStutorial.com, right? Again, telling you the code is applicable only for today, so don't let the opportunity run away from you. POOJA20 is the code, और आप ये use कर सकते हैं to avail the discount. Right. Moving further, अब जैसा कि मैंने आपको बोला कि mind mapping एक टेक्निक है. You can see a cue card on the screen. Describe the last holiday destination that you visited. Right. अब WH questions जैसे मैंने आपको बोले थे, where did you go, when did you go, what did you do, what did you do? These are the questions that help you in understanding. And that's a mind map, people. I want you all to please quickly write in the chat box, what do you think? Quickly find a place that you visited and try answering these questions. Just keywords, people. A mind map will only have the keywords. No long sentences required there. Why you went there, with whom did you go, how often do you go, where did you go, first question, what you did there, so many questions. So just keywords in questions के answers. Question directly मत लिख दीजिएगा कि how often, then बोलेंगे क्या, right? So it is just an explanation for you all कि आप place का नाम लिखें and इन questions जो आपको हर एक बॉक्स में दिख रहे हैं, इनका जवाब आप उस माइंड मैप में लिखें. इन आप एग्जाम में जब लिख रहे हैं तो आप सिर्फ स्ट्रेट लाइंस भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. दैट इज ऑल्सो ओके, दैट्स ऑल्सो माइंड मैप. माइंड मैप मीन्स बेसिकली आपने आइडियाज के लिए ब्रेनस्टॉर्म किया कि क्या क्या टॉपिक्स हैं जिसपे मैं बात कर सकता हूँ. एंड तो आपने जब शुरू की 2-3 चीजें बोल दी कि मैंने कहाँ गया था, मैं किसके साथ गया था, तो फिर आप फंबल ना हो, है ना. एंड थोड़ा बहुत स्टोरी या नरेटिव आपने वहां पर क्या क्या चीजें की वो भी आप लिख दें, तो इट विल एडेड advantage for you. So, okay, Sarabjit, I would show the question again. Question is, describe the last holiday destination that you visited. Last holiday destination. ठीक है? ये देखें, ये क्वेश्चन कैसे भी ट्वीक हो सकता है. डिस्क्राइब योर ड्रीम डेस्टिनेशन. सो प्रिपेयर कीजिए कोई एक टॉपिक, कोई एक डेस्टिनेशन जिसको आप आपके हिसाब से टर्न करके बोल सके. यू जस्ट हैव टू फिट ऑल द आइडियाज ऑफ दैट प्लेस, जो भी आपने सोच रखा है. 2-3 तरीके हैं ऑफ अ प्लेस दैट यू विजिटेड एंड यू एंजॉयड, a dream destination. So सब सारे questions में आंसर वही रहेगा. So I can see the people writing in the chat box. Okay, please write there in the chat box, everyone. You can answer these questions as to all the WH question: what, where, when, why, and how. Okay. Right. Meanwhile, you are writing another technique. This can also be used, okay? An elaborated version जो हम practice करते हैं IELTS tutorials पे. So apart from when you get stuck, या ये चीजों के अलावा आप किस तरह से mind mapping को use कर सकते हैं, ये भी कुछ questions हैं. Was this your first visit? Or answering questions like how many days you spent there? How was your experience? What did you buy there? What all things did you do there? Would you recommend this place to anyone? So apart from WH questions, right? So Josephine has written, it was in Pondicherry, amazing experience, very good, Josephine. There, using an adjective is a great way of narrating your experience. Mesmerizing place, rejuvenating, relaxing. These are the words which fetch you marks for your lexical resource parameter, right? Lexical resource मतलब vocab, कितनी अच्छी vocab है आपके पास में. So 2 strategies, quick strategies there people have given you, or practice. For practice, you need to enroll with us, right? Quickly coming to the section 3. Now, section 3 जो है, मैंने कहा था कि discussion section. यहाँ you have the freedom to speak, elaborate your answers. ठीक है? Don't get confused with section 1 and section 3. Section 1 में आपको 2 to 3 sentences बोलने होते हैं. Section 3 में at least 5 to 6 sentences are required because आपको elaborate answer देना है. ठीक है, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट इश्यूज हो सकते हैं, रीजंस देने हैं. अगर आपसे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, ऑलवेज स्टेट अ रीजन फॉर होल्डिंग दैट ओपिनियन, एंड वंस यू गिवन दैट ओपिनियन, बैक इट अप विद एन एग्जांपल. एग्जांपल्स जो होते हैं वो जस्टिफाई करते हैं कि आपके पास में एक सर्टेन ओपिनियन है, तो वो क्यों है. Also, when you state examples, you are giving a more elaborate picture, a more better explanation for your answer, right? And as I said, this is discussion section. So very important कि आप उसे डिटेल में डिस्कस करें जो भी आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है अबाउट दैट क्वेश्चन. लिंकिंग वर्ड्स या कनेक्टर्स यूज करें, बिकॉज यू नो एज आई सेड, आपको आपके पैरामीटर्स जहां इवैल्यूएट हो रहे हैं, आप कितने अच्छे से आपके सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर्स बना सकते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो बीइंग इवैल्यूएटेड. ग्रामेटिकल रेंज एंड एक्यूरेसी में 4 पैरामीटर्स एंड पीपल, फ्लुएंसी एंड कोहेरेंस. आप कितना अच्छे से विदाउट टेकिंग लॉन्ग पॉजेस बोल सकते हैं, और आपका आंसर कितना लॉजिकल और स्ट्रक्चर्ड है. देन योर प्रोनाउंसिएशन, माइंडेड. प्रोनाउंसिएशन और एक्सेंट अलग अलग चीज है. आपको किसी का भी एक्सेंट कॉपी नहीं करना है. हैव योर न्यूट्रल एक्सेंट. अगर आपकी रीजनल लैंग्वेज, इफ यू फील दैट इज इन्फ्लुएंसिंग योर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, तो थोड़ा सा कोशिश करें कि आप यू गेट रिड एंड आपके शर्स क्लियर हो और एन एग्जामिनर क्लियरली कॉम्प्रिहेंड कर पाए कि आप क्या बोल रहे हैं. बट यू आर नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड to copy any accent, British, American, कोई accent आपको copy करने की जरूरत नहीं. Third thing is your lexical resource. जैसे मैंने कहा कि the range of words you use. Obviously section 1 में आपको बहुत fancy words use करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Section 2 और 3 अच्छे आपको काफी elaborate answers देने हैं, तो यहाँ पर आप use कीजिए, idioms use कीजिए, high vocab words use कीजिए, right? And lastly is your grammatical range and accuracy, how well you can use all the 3 tenses, how structured your how you are using the right sentence structures. Compound complex sentences अगर आप flexibly use कर पा रहे हैं, एकदम effective है उसको use करने में, तो आप band high चले जाते हैं 7 से 8 पे. Complete elaborate topic, that is again, so 4 parameters: fluency and coherence, your pronunciation, grammatical range and accuracy, and lastly the lexical resource. All of them you are being marked at. ठीक है? Then coming to बी विलिंग टू एक्सटेंड योर आंसर्स. इट्स बहुत जरूरी है कि अपने आप जो आपके आंसर्स हैं उनको इलैबोरेट करें, सिर्फ एक या दो लाइन को स्टिक ना करें, एंड यूज अ वाइड रेंज ऑफ ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर्स, जैसा मैंने अभी जस्ट बोला. ठीक है. लास्टली, ऑल्दो ये क्लीशेड साउंड कर रहा है कि प्रैक्टिस मेक्स परफेक्ट, बट ट्रस्ट मी, प्रैक्टिस जरूरी है. अ शेफ कैन टीच यू टू कुक. आपका जो ड्राइविंग इंस्ट्रक्टर है वो आपको बता सकता है स्टीयरिंग व्हील कैसे लगाना है, क्लच कैसे करना है. एट द एंड फाइनली तो आपको उस सीट पे बैठना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू कुक, यू हैव टू ट्राई ड्राइविंग ऑन योर ओन. सिमिलरली वी कैन गिव यू सो मेनी टिप्स एंड स्ट्रैटेजीज, बट यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस योरसेल्फ टू बिल्ड योर कॉन्फिडेंस, है ना. एंड फॉर दैट, अगर आपको लगता है पूजा हैज ऑलरेडी गिवन अस ऑल द टिप्स एंड स्ट्रैटेजीज, yes, there are many more things with us, and you need to enroll with us, ताकि आप हमारे साथ प्रैक्टिस कर सके, एंड वी गिव यू एन अप्रोप्रिएट फीडबैक कि आपकी क्या क्या स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं एंड आप कौन से पॉइंट्स हैं जिन पर आप यदि काम करें, सो यू कैन जंप फ्रॉम एन 7 to 8. ट्रस्ट मी, हमारे पास में स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं ओके 6-7 पर अगर आप हैं, so we will give you, we will polish you. हम आपके साथ में इतनी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे और आपको our team ensures कि हम इतना हैंड होल्डिंग करें हमारे हैंड से. माइंड इट, इट्स हैंड होल्डिंग एंड नॉट स्पून फीडिंग. सो हैंड होल्डिंग मतलब गाइडेंस देना. इतना हम देंगे कि आप कॉन्फिडेंट स्पीकर बन जाए, राइट. एंड वहां मेन एग्जाम में इट्स मोर अबाउट हाउ कॉन्फिडेंटली यू आर एक्सप्रेसिंग योर आइडियाज, how well can you hold your nerves, stay calm. So आपको जो रियल टाइम सिचुएशन है उसकी प्रैक्टिस हम पहले से ही करवा लेते हैं. जब इतने सेशंस आपने प्रैक्टिस कर लिए विद एन एग्जामिनर, तो लगता है ठीक है एक और सिंग दैट कैन आल्सो बी डन, राइट पीपल. सो now I've given you all the tips and strategies for all the 3 sections. What is left is I will be taking for the next webinar how to speak English language confidently, and rather how to speak with confidence. I will be talking about that. There are various strategies that will help you in building your confidence, and once you're confident, you are fluent also because you're practicing that language. So though that discussion will be done by me in my next webinar, and meanwhile I would just be addressing everyone's questions today, how to answer the questions for all the 3 sections. Any doubts you have, people, regarding the speaking section, you can put it right there in the chat box. I'll be answering it. Any doubts, people, regarding the 3 sections that I just discussed, you can put your questions in the chat box and I'll be answering them. So Zeel has asked, should we watch interviews on YouTube for speaking? Try to be natural. Don't try and copy anyone else. And you have to be smart enough, Zeel, where you identify. There are so many things जो internet पर है, उसमें से कुछ चीजें ठीक है, कुछ नहीं है. So it's very essential कि आप coaching experts के साथ में practice करें to understand where exactly you are standing. ठीक है? Basic understanding हो जाती है interviews देखकर, but how should you practice will be better if you practice it with a coach. He'll be a better person to give you any guidance. Okay, any other question, people? Okay, Zeel, I'm answering your questions in the chat box, people. Okay, Anusha, to improve your vocab, listen to podcast, read blogs. Improving vocab है ना, एक मिनट का काम नहीं है, या ऐसा नहीं कि आपने कुछ एक चीजें रट ली और हो गया. For that, try listening to more podcast में there are various podcasts which run आपके BBC के हैं या English language में जो आप सुनते हैं BBC में ना, they also have those different accents. So this will prepare you for your listening also, and also you can pick up words जो आपको important लग रहे हैं. It's very essential. अगर आप read भी कर रहे हैं, you come across a different word, you just don't note it down. आप उसका meaning find करके उसे note नहीं कर लें, but you also see how exactly is that word used in a sentence, and you try deliberately using. आपको conscious effort करना पड़ेगा वो word use करने के लिए, है ना? Only then वो main exam वाले दिन आपको click होगा. So you can slowly and eventually start building a vocab. रीडिंग में मैं ये नहीं कहती कि बहुत हाई चीजें पढ़ें. there are economic newspapers, economic times. So जो न्यूज़पेपर या जो चीज आप रिलेट कर सकते हैं, आप you are fond of, वो रीड कीजिए, ठीक है? Ritika, should we talk continuously even in section 3? Yes, you should speak, Ritika, at least 5-6 questions in your 5-6 statements in your section 3, and आपको पता चल जाएगा, मतलब अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा एक्सटेंड कर रहे होंगे तो एग्जामिनर आपको दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछ लेगा, बट आई बिलीव this is a discussion section and you can speak easily 5 to 6 sentences जहां आप explain कर रहे होंगे क्वेश्चन. अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए, से फॉर इंस्टेंस अगर मैं आपको पूछूं व्हाई डू पीपल राइट ऑनलाइन रिव्यूज, ठीक है, तो आप उसका रीजन देंगे. जैसे मैंने कहा, पहला डायरेक्ट आंसर दीजिए कि पीपल राइट ऑनलाइन रिव्यूज इन माय कंट्री फॉर वेरियस सर्विसेज एंड प्रोडक्ट्स बिकॉज they want others to be aware of the kind of product they purchased, and hence also give their level of what is their understanding, were they satisfied with the product or not. For instance, I recently purchased a gadget. You can talk about, I recently purchased a laptop and I ended up writing a review of it on one of the online portals just to make others aware that it wasn't a great purchase and all the technical details that were given there on the website were not matching with the real product. So aap reason denge, aap example denge. This is how you elaborate that answer. Okay, Ritika, I hope I've answered your question. Nitin, it's practice software like IELTS writing conqueror. So IELTS practice software. So I'm not aware of any practice software, but what I believe is IELTS का जो एग्जाम है, it is not AI based. कोई सॉफ्टवेयर आपको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करेगा, इसमें ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन है जहां दो लोग बैठते हैं, मतलब एग्जामिनर आपसे क्वेश्चंस पूछता है. सो आपको रियल टाइम अगर अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए तो यू शुड practice with the examiner, with a coach. And other questions, people, I'm still available here. I'll be handing over the session now to our immigration expert, Ms. Shraddha Shah, and I am available, and Mr. Aditya Patel, if you want to enroll for an online coaching, hum dono available hain in a separate breakout room. You can just raise your hand or write in the chat box, and you will be shifted into that room where I can answer your questions and आप freely मुझसे discuss कर सकते हैं. Shraddha, I'll be.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And I can see good number of participants. It was pretty interactive session, I must say that. Thank you so much for your insights, and I suppose that the students would have definitely got the speaking section very well, and it's the most scoring section, I suppose, right? So the number of bands are like 9, but you can, it's like 9 minutes conversation, 1 minute for each band, I would say.
Right, it's not that difficult as people feel. Very easy, you just need to practice in the right way.
Yeah.
And right, so over to you. I'll be available to answer students' queries. People, I'm there if you have any. You can start.
Can you just see my screen? Can anybody confirm?
Yes.
Okay. So students, thank you for attending the session. Today I'm representing Aussies group to you all, and I would like to introduce what my organization is all about. And like आपको भी पता होना चाहिए कि आप कहाँ से, कौन से organization से associated है. So today a small brief about Aussies group, and we shall continue our session in terms of education counseling, PR counseling in our different breakout rooms. So मैं आपको उसके लिए भी guide कर दूँगी, ठीक है? So let's begin with what is all about Aussies group, right? So let me explain you quick facts about my organization. Right, that is like it was established in 2009. So this organization is more than a decade old, which means it's like almost 13 years now that we have been in this industry for this long. We have 24 offices worldwide, and we are catering we have more than 500 family members in Aussies group. So that is 500 office staff that we have, and other admin and faculty people are all included in this organization. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I have an amazing number and amazing happy clientele. We have we have seen the journey of 50,000 plus visa grant students or clients that we have. We have different services that we cater to them. Now, these services are, we cater to student visa, we cater to PR, that is permanent residency, we cater to online coaching for IELTS, PT, and we have other programs as well. We definitely help students with, health insurances and all. And above that, we have 50,000 plus satisfactory, clients who are pretty delighted with the services of Aussies Group. We are being proud partners with AAERI. That is, so I'll just read out the names for you. That is ARI, RICC, MARA, MIA, and MA. Basically, what are these is, these are the associations, these are the bodies which has been governed by the government of that particular country. For AAERI and MARA, that is associated with Australia. RICC is associated with Canada. MIA is associated with Malaysia and all other things, right? So this is how we have the brand proposition with the government as well. We are top rated in social media. We have more than 300K, that is 300,000, almost like 3 lakhs likes on Facebook. We have highest customer engagement on our social media and Facebook pages. We have 4,000 plus positive reviews on Facebook and 2,000 plus positive reviews on Google. We have been 4.9 star rating for Google and 4.7 star rating for Facebook. Now let's talk about our different offices that we have. We have all in all more than 24 offices across the globe, where in South Asia, we have almost 8 offices. In West India, we have 3, South we have 1, North we have Delhi, Central we have Pune. Aussies international offices, we have one in Auckland and the other in Dubai. The main thing that we have is our offices in Australia. We have more than 16 offices in Australia. And as you see the placard, as you see the indicators, these are our offices in Australia. We have an amazing infrastructure. So this is our infrastructure, right? This is IELTS PD coaching, that is in Ahmedabad branch. This is how my IELTS PD classrooms look like. This is my Clarion front desk. This is my Dubai client, client lounge. Then we have we have been conducting different kind of expos and different kind of expos, as in terms of education fair or education summit, education conclave. Similarly, we also conduct same thing, seminars and webinars for PR clients. So these are one or two pictures for my expo. That is, this is Education Expo in 2019 and the Education Setup Expo setup that has been, I guess, supposed to be held in 2021. Yeah. Our assets are, we have, of course, I just spoke to you about how we have 50,000 plus visa clients. We have IDP and British Council certified tutors, and we have been associated with different kind of government like across the globe. That is Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and Malaysia. And students and participants, if you have any doubts related to coaching, related to education consulting, and related to immigration, you may put down your request on the chat section, and we will guide you through that. The similar kind of pop-up will be there on your screen, and you may join it. Once you complete this session, a mandatory kind of a feedback form would be there, so that you have to fill all the details in it and then submit to the form. Thank you so much, everyone. And please put down your interests, put down your preferences in the chat box. For example, if you're looking for IELTS or PD coaching or something like that, you may put like coaching as a keyword. If you're looking for education consulting, like if you're planning for abroad studies in countries like USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, right? You may put down education as your keyword. And if you're looking for permanent residency in Australia or in Canada, you may put immigration. So these are the keywords. Kindly put the keywords on the chat section so that we'll be guiding you to the different breakout rooms of the meeting, right? Thank you so much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the main room. And today is a special day because it is our tutor's birthday today. So let's have a big round of applause and feel free to start your cameras and wish her in the chat box. Happy birthday, Pooja ma'am. Many, many
Thank,
happy returns of the day.
thank you so much there. Thank you so much, Antariksha, and thank you so much, team, for wishing me and making this birthday so special. Thank you. Overwhelmed by this gesture of yours, people. Thank you, Harnish. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Antariksha. Thanks, Krupali, Nisha, Dimple. Thank you so much for your good wishes, people. So thank you everyone. I'm really overwhelmed with your gesture, and thanks there once again, and thanks for making me feel so special.
Thank you, ma'am. Once again, many, many good wishes for the day. And thank you for the wonderful session once again.
I'm glad. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your presence. Hoping to see you and your friends in our upcoming webinars. We conduct webinars fortnightly. And yes, don't forget, there is a promo code that is available for today only. Okay.
POOJ820. That's the code.
Yes. Let me just send it once again in the chat box. Also, just remember that if you enjoyed the seminar, if you enjoyed the webinar, do fill our survey form. Once you leave the session, you will be aware with the survey on your screen. Do fill it and share your thoughts with us. Thank you, Shraddha. Hi, Shraddha.
Hi, Antariksha.
Yes.
The details are there in the chat box for everyone who's missed out. You can just look at the details in the chat box.
मेरे पास ना एक स्टूडेंट आके गए, उसका नाम खत्री था लास्ट में या ऐसा कुछ तो था.
ओके.
वो फिर चली गई लेकिन.
Oh, I don't see her in the meeting itself, Shraddha.
हाँ मतलब काफी टाइम हुआ. मैं बताऊँ उसका नाम क्या है?
It's Trisha Khatri.
हाँ, त्रिशा